Okay, so I wanted to turn the camera on and have a one-to-one, basically. Talk to and talk about what's going on with me at the minute. There's a lot of things I hide to myself, and there's a lot of shit that's been going on in my head recently, and a lot of things that have just been messed up about my life recently, and it sucks. It really does. It sucks when you put your effort and your time into people, and they're nothing like you expected. And if I seem unhappy lately, it's because I have been. And I thought, I owe it to myself, have a moment, sit down, turn the camera on, enjoy myself, whilst I'm getting out what I'm feeling at the minute. Because I'm all for like positive thinking and, the law of attraction and, I'm all about God and, well, not God specifically, I'm Buddhist, but like God as in, you know, I believe that there's somebody out there that can really change how you're feeling. I don't know if that makes sense, or maybe I'm just yapping on. But yeah, I got into an argument tonight with my family, and that got me thinking a lot. I've been thinking the past few days about this video and should I do it, should I not? Because when I get down, I don't, cry or whatever like that. I just get like this, like I hold it all in. I think after many years of alienation and feeling confused about myself and never having a real opportunity to have friends, I think that contributed to a lot of the fear of me kind of holding in, like that fear of letting everything out and me holding it in. It seemed easier. I want to hold it in. I don't want to let it out. So I think, I guarantee and owe myself this moment. I should have this moment. And I don't know. I don't really know what to say or really where to start. I'm just really fed up at the minute. And it's been hard. It's been a difficult few months. It's been a struggle, most certainly. But it's also been eye-opening. I've also seen a lot of things that have made me think, whoa, okay, let me take a step back. Let me reevaluate and reanalyze the situation. And tonight I was basically verbally attacked. Um, and I chose not to respond, and it got me thinking, like, why didn't I choose to respond? Because I'm quite confrontational. Normally, I do respond to arguments, but for some reason, I just haven't gone for it. And even like way back, like a few weeks ago, a few days ago, these past few months, like people have been trying to start arguments and really push my buttons, and somehow I've just laughed and kept it in and like just pushed it off. I don't know if that's maturity speaking or if I've well and truly just given up, because I'm at that point where I do feel like giving up. Like, what is the point? I live such a challenging life, and I don't get why. I get that I have a lot to learn and maturity comes with age and all of that crap, but I just think it's unfair how people have to go through certain crap to understand something, to learn a life lesson. I don't get it. I really don't. And recently I've been waking up in the night, or sometimes I can't sleep. I do have an insomnia diagnosed, um, and I do have double depression, so I'm often really down. And I always try and look at the positive side of life. Like, I have two good friends, and two's enough for me. I love them both dearly. They are the realest, most genuinest people I've ever met, and I'm happy I met them. It's difficult at times to reach out, but I do know that they're always there when I need them. But I've been waking up feeling really down, like really just. I mean, I thought I'd dealt with. I'll say it like this: I thought I've dealt with depression in the past, but recently I haven't. Like recently, it's been so strong and so intense that it's been difficult. It's been hard for me to sit here and be like, okay, let me find a focus, or let me be positive, or let me figure out what's wrong, and I've been struggling to for the longest time. And if you guys remember, I did a video, the very first video that's on my page, and I explained about things I was going through, like depression, um, an identity crisis, a lot of things that are playing on my mind still to this day that are difficult for me as a person to sit here and go through, especially when my whole entire life I felt like I've had nobody. I can't remember who it was, but one of the Kardashians said, you're given this life because you're strong enough to live it, and I believe that. And I've come to my breaking point many times, but I think if you hear like weird noises, we have kittens. If I can grab one, I'll show one off on camera, but I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I just want to go into this and say, I am a nice person. I'm not this horrible person that I get painted out to be. A lot of people will tell you the bad things about me or ways I've retaliated, but they won't tell you the good that I did for them and the ways that I helped them. Like, I'm not nice of a person in high school in the beginning of year 7. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. Maybe I have, maybe I've not. You guys can correct me, of course. But I used to buy people's packed lunches for them. I used to go to the shop, like my mum would give me a fiver and I would go to the shop and buy people's lunch, like snacks for people, and I'd give them to people. So I'd go without eating my dinner at school, or my lunch, whatever you want to call it. And I would always provide for other people. I've always had a big heart and a big, just a whole lot of love. And it's shitty how I have been treated these past few years, and it's been hard to deal with. And you know what? I feel at this moment drained, and I know this is yapping on, but I just want to get out there that I want to do YouTube because I'm a real, genuine person, and I might spice this up and do it into a little, another like 4-part series or whatever, but long parts. Oh my god. Look, you guys. Isn't he so cute? so, yeah, I've been feeling really down, and it's been difficult to deal with. I felt like I've had nobody there. My own family don't even bother. And I always seem to be a constant target for verbal attacks for them because there's nobody out there for them to attack. So obviously, who's the target? And I have a big problem with confrontations. Often I'll stand up for myself. Recently, like I mentioned before, I don't know why, but I've just sat there and said nothing. Because I'm sick of people thinking they run my life and they own me. And, there's people in my life that try and take my freedom away. They try and take my expression away, who I am away. And they want to take everything away and make me into this person that I'm not. I'm happy with the person I am. Like, I don't want to be like my family. Like, they don't have any friends because they're not nice people. I'm a nice person, and like I said before, I've got a big heart. It's full of a lot of love, and I don't want to be a nasty, cold person. That's not me at all. I'm the exact opposite, and I don't want to be dragged down by them. And they've really set it off. Is I've had a bunch of name calling. I've had they've tried starting arguments, and I've sat there and said nothing. I've been, as much as they deny it, somebody for them to pick on because it's every time I come in the room, it's me, and what I'm doing and what I'm doing in my life, and it's always about me, and it's never anything positive. It's always just shit that nobody needs. I don't need that. I don't want to be around negativity, and that's why I don't want to be around my family, because they're so negative, and it's negative all the time. I don't want to be around that. I'm not that kind of person. I want to be positive I want to be surrounded by influential people in my life. I want to be surrounded by a support system of good people. I want to be my own best friend and really support and educate myself and get myself to a point where I'm happy. And I don't like to be judged for that, for who I am as a person, because nobody knows who I am as a person. I don't even know who I am as a person yet. I'm still learning.